Samsaradhara Analidalunka Tranaya Karunyam Samsaradhara Shukla Priyadevatasya Vande Guru Sri Charanavinda Shukla Priyadevatasya Vande Guru Sri Charanavinda Yasya Prasada Bhagavat Prasado Yasya Prasada Anagati Kutovi Yasya Prasada Bhagavat Prasado Yasya Prasada Anagati Kutovi Yayam Shubham Prasna Yashasti Sandhya Vande Guru Sri Charanavinda Yayam Shubham Prasna Yashasti Sandhya Vande Guru Sri Charanavinda Yayam Shubham Prasna Yashasti Sandhya Vande Guru Sri Charanavinda Yayam Shubham Prasna Yashasti Sandhya Vande Guru Sri Charanavinda 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 Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Saraswati Deve Gauravadi Prasadi Deve Nirvishesha Saraswati Saraswati Deve Gauravadi Prasadi Deve Nirvishesha Saraswati Mashatadi Shatati Namaste Krishna Jai Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare जय ओम विष्णु पाद परमहंस प्रेमराज काचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतक श्रीमद भगवत अभय चरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णु पाद परमहंस प्रेमराज काचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतक श्रीमद भगवत श्री भक्तिदास गोस्वामी महाराज श्री प्रभुपाद की अनंत गुरु वैष्णव वृंद की नाम श्री हरदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूम वृंदावन धाम की मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की पुरुषोत्तम जगन्नाथ धाम की गंगामय जमुनामय की भक्ति देव तुलसी देव की समवेत घोर भक्त वृंद की वीएस के यात्रा की पिता गौर हरि प्रेमानंदे all glories to assembled all glories to assembled all glories to assembled all glories to Guru Shri Gauranga Shri Prabhupada ki Namaste Narasimhaya Namaste Narasimhaya Namaste भगवान की, भक्तराज प्रहलाद महाराज की, श्री प्रभुपाद की, जय गौर हर प्रेमानंदे। जल्दी चलना। हरे कृष्णा। हरे कृष्णा। वृंदाय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवस्यचा कृष्ण भक्ति प्रदे देवी सत्यवत्याय नमो नमः। वृंदाय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवस्यचा विष्णु भक्ति प्रदे देवी सत्यवत्याय नमो नमः। विष्णु भक्ति कृष्ण भक्ति बजाने श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की
जय।
नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी 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 नमो नमः कृपकारी करो नारे वृंदावनवासी कृपकारी करो नारे वृंदावनवासी विलास कुंजरी नयने हरि सदा जुगल परा नयने
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Jaya Tulsi Maharani, Jaya Tulsi Maharani, Jaya. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
तुलसी महारानी की जय। वृंदाय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवस्य च विष्णु भक्ति प्रदे देवी सत्यवत्याय नमो नमः।
वृंदाय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवस्य च विष्णु भक्ति प्रदे देवी सत्यवत्याय नमो नमः।
तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवस्य च विष्णु भक्ति प्रदे देवी सत्यवत्याय नमो नमः।
वृंदाय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवस्य च विष्णु भक्ति प्रदे देवी सत्यवत्याय नमो नमः।
वृंदाय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवस्य च विष्णु भक्ति प्रदे देवी सत्यवत्याय नमो नमः।
वृंदाय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवस्य च कृष्ण भक्ति प्रद देवी सत्यवत्याय नमो नमः।
तुलसी महारानी की
जय। हरि बोल।
वेदोदर्पणमार्जनम्
भवमहादावाग्निर्वापनम् श्रेयकैरिव चन्द्रिकावितरणम् विद्यावधूजीवनम् आनन्दं बुद्धिवर्धनं प्रतिपदं स्वादनं सर्वात्मश्रवणं
नामकारि बहुधानि च सर्वशक्ति तथा स्मरणेन काल एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवान् ममापि दुर्दैवमित्रिष्यमाजनिनानुराग गणागतिश्रीचैनाथोरिवधहिष्णुना अमानिना मानदेन कीर्तनीय सदा हरि न धनं न जनं न सुन्दरी कविताम्बा जगदीशकामये
मम जन्मनि जन्मनीश्वरे भवतद्भक्तिरहोइतकी त्वयि आयिनन्दतनुज किङ्करं पतितमां विषमे भवाम्बुधौ कृपया तव पादपङ्कजधूलिसदर्शं विचिन्तया नयनं गलदश्रुधारया वदनं गद्गदरुधाय गिरा पुलकैर्निचितं वपुकदा द्रवनामग्रहणे भविष्यति युगायितं निमिषेण चक्षुषा प्रवर्षायितं शून्यायितं जगत्सर्वं गोविन्दं विरहेण मे आश्लिष्य वा पादरतं पिनस्सु मामादर्शनान् मर्महतां करोतु वा यथा तथा विहतो तुलं पतो मत्प्राणानाथस्तु एव नापरा Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Shri Chaitanya Shiksha Stham ki jai, Mahaprabhu ki jai, Gopal ki jai, Hare Krishna.
గురువారి కూడా వాడండి
ఇక్కడేనా?
ఇక్కడే వాడు మళ్ళీ సెటప్
ఫోటో పెట్టారు. బ్రింగ్ ద ఫోటో, చిన్న ఫోటో ఉంది.
భగవద్గీత తీసుకురండి కింద.
చిన్న మామూలుగా ఎదురుగా డీటీ,
చిన్న డీటీ ఉంది కదా, ప్రాపర్ తీసుకురండి.
జయ ప్రభుపాద, జయ ప్రభుపాద, జయ ప్రభుపాద, జయ శ్రీల ప్రభుపాద, జయ ప్రభుపాద, జయ ప్రభుపాద, జయ ప్రభుపాద, జయ శ్రీల ప్రభుపాద, జయ ప్రభుపాద, జయ ప్రభుపాద, ప్రభుపాద, జయ ప్రభుపాద, జయ శ్రీల ప్రభుపాద, జయ ప్రభుపాద, జయ ప్రభుపాద, ప్రభుపాద, జయ ప్రభుపాద, జయ శ్రీల ప్రభుపాద, జయ ప్రభుపాద, జయ ప్రభుపాద, ప్రభుపాద, జయ ప్రభుపాద, జయ శ్రీల ప్రభుపాద, జయ ప్రభుపాద, జయ ప్రభుపాద, ప్రభుపాద, జయ ప్రభుపాద, జయ శ్రీల ప్రభుపాద. శ్రీ గురు చరణ పద్మా కేవల భక్తి సద్మా, శ్రీ గురు చరణ పద్మా కేవల భక్తి సద్మా, మందమోయి సావధాన మాతే, మందమోయి సావధాన మాతే, బాబా ये भावा तोड़िया जाए, कृष्ण भक्ति हो
जे बाबा तोरिया जाए,
ये भावा तोड़िया जाए, कृष्ण भक्ति हो, कृष्ण भक्ति
కనబడతలేదా? కనబడతలేదు.
మిక్స్ అయిపోయింది. పోయింది అది.
గురుముఖ పద్మా
हरना करिया ऐसे श्री गुरु चराने रखी, जैसे उत्तम रखी, जय प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा, जय प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा, प्रभु प्रभु
भक्ति होते अविद्या विनाश जाते प्रेम भक्ति होते अविद्या विनाश जाते गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनारा बंधु गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनारा बंधु लोकाना लोकेर जीवाना लोकेना लोकेर जीवाना प्रभु करो दया दे हमारे पद छाया देवे जाय सुश्री भुवाना देवे जाय सुश्री भुवाना देवे जाय सुश्री भुवाना देवे जाय सुश्री भुवाना प्रभु पाद पति कपाना प्रभु पाद जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रसाय भूतले श्रीमद् भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रसाय भूतले श्रीमद् भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी शतारिणे नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी वासत्यादि शतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण जय कान्या प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री गदाधर शिवसती गौर भक्तवृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसती गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण
शिवपाल की जय, शिवदास गुरु पूजा की जय। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. So now we'll have Bhagavatam class. Everybody please come and say. Please bring the mic set and please. చూద్దాం పరిస్థితి పర్లేదు. Nicely spread out actually. Probably is the same. Or only two matras are there. So spread out. Let's make a circle. Let's make a nice circle. Jaya Radha. We'll take it. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Radha Giridhara ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं साधुरं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदां सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते तप्त काञ्चना गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। 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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः। नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय गौ ब्राह्मणाहिताय च जगद्दिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामीनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। श्री गुरु दिनतान श्री परमानंद माधव श्री चैतन्य ईश्वरम ओम पवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतो वा यत् स्मरेत् पुंडरीकाक्ष सव्याप्यंतरं सुचे Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu. Hare Krishna. Water from this glasses. Sorry. Thank you. Welcome all. Welcome all again to Aarti Seva Kunj. The purpose of this place is obviously to serve Vaishnavas, right? All your houses are also Aarti Seva Kunj, isn't it? Every single house where satsang has happened is Aarti Seva Kunj. A little different thing about this place is when I sold my grandfather's land, my father told there should be some land that we should have. And I felt it should be near to the city so we all can come and do some spiritually recreational activities. That was our point. And this will remain so. That's my desire. It will remain so where Vaishnavas will come and it will be utilized more and more. Desire is all of you will run Bhakti Rikshas. And every single week something like this will happen. You will bring your respective groups. Okay? Come here, nicely serve Vaishnavas. Make them feel how it means to live between nature. Most importantly, take a nice deep breath. This is the purest air you can find anywhere, right? Away from the city, no pollution, no nothing, and agricultural fields. After this class, we'll have prasadam, and then all of us have to go and pluck our palak, totakura, I don't know what all is there, right? So take it home, nicely cook, offer to the deities. Organic. Yeah. I don't know, the word organic was never there in India. We created everything inorganic. Now we are claiming what is organic. Anyway, so thank you all for coming. I'm very grateful for everybody who has come.
Thank you very much.
Please come again and again and again. Once in 2 months, Mahesh Prabhu is doing this drive of sending the invite, reminding us. It's a good way to come outside and start your day in a different way. Chanting between devotees is a luxury, is a fortune, so to say. If you come in the night, nice we can chant between devotees, isn't it? It sets the right consciousness. I finished my 16 rounds today, and my battery is fully charged. Right? So now I can nicely read Bhagavatam. Krishna maybe will give some realizations when I read, because my battery is fully charged. Right? Half charged battery is always doubtful. Anytime it can go, isn't it? But full charge battery is very good. And when you come here, Gomatas are there, right? The purest and the purest, merciful Gomatas, isn't it? Okay, we'll discuss about Gomatas later. So we have Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3. We are continuing our chapters that we were doing. So Praveen Prabhu told I should do chapter 11, right? So basically the background before this, third canto, 9th chapter is about prayers of Lord Brahma before he starts creation, right? And after he gets the blessings of Supreme Lord, mainly Supreme Lord will bless him that, okay Brahma, you can do the creation, but you'll not get pride. Don't worry, you'll not get pride. And you'll not get entangled in this world, right? You'll come back to me, like that. As a service he starts. And then the chapter 10 is about divisions of creation. 10 different divisions of creation. 1, 2, 3, first word, second word, and different. That is already, I think, covered by Sri Giriraj Prabhu. You can hear the lecture in the YouTube. Now today is explanation is about the calculation of time from the atom. That's the chapter name. More sounds like a science class. Chaitanya Narayana Institute, isn't it? Right? The calculation of time from the atom. So it's a pretty technical chapter. When I was reading it, it was pretty technical chapter. But Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has given beautiful commentaries on this, and Srila Prabhupada also has given beautiful commentaries on this. In essence, why are we even understanding what is time? So that we can understand how great Supreme Lord is. Right? Why are we understanding what is atom? So we can understand how great Supreme Lord is. So the whole essence of understanding this, don't sit here and try to understand, I want to know, understand how time works. You'll never understand. But understand how great Supreme Lord is, that He has created time, that He has created universes, right? So it will go from Anu to Vibhu. It will go from smallest to the biggest, to the limited to unlimited. The chapter will progress like that, right? That's the beauty of this chapter. It will start from the molecule level, it will go all the way to Supreme Lord. So here Maitreya is speaking to Vidura. Maitreya, I'll read the verse and the translation. Maitreya Uvacha Charamasad Visheshanam Aneko Asamyuta Sada Paramanusa Vigneyo Nrinam Aikya Brahmoyata Nrinam Aikya Brahmoyata. Maitreya Uvacha. Maitreya said, Charama, ultimate, Sat, effect, Visheshana, symptoms, Aneka, innumerable, Asamyuta, unmixed, Sada, always, Parama Anu, atoms, Sa, that, Vigneya should be understood. Rinam of men. Aikya oneness. Brahma mistaken. Yatha from which. Translation. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Please repeat after me. The material manifestations, ultimate particle, is the indivisible and not formed into a body, is called the atom. It exists always as an invisible identity, even after the dissolution of all forms. The material body is but a combination of such atoms, but it is misunderstood by the common man. Purport. The atomic description of the Srimad Bhagavatam is almost the same as the modern science of atomism, and this is further described in the Paramanuvada of Kannada. Kannada is not Kannada language. Kannada is a way of explaining, is a kind of philosophy, where these things are explained. Science is explained in a very nice way. In modern science also, the atom is accepted as the ultimate indivisible part of which the universe is composed. Srimad Bhagavatam is the full of descriptions of knowledge, including the theory of atomism. The atom is a minute, subtle form of the eternal time. So, Parama Anu. There are two things, Parama Anu, Parama Mahan. Right? Parama Anu and Parama Mahan. Now, Parama Anu means smallest. Parama Mahan means the biggest ever. The universe itself is Parama Mahan. Right? Parama Anu is smallest. Now, English is I'll say, kind of not very evolved language. Barely English has few words which we try to use up and down and somehow. But Sanskrit is a vast language, right? It's the language of the Devatas. So there are many words in Sanskrit which don't have an English translation. It's not like, okay, I'll make sure that everything translates. It doesn't, it's not possible. So something like Paramanu is translated as atom, but actually it's not atom. It's further smaller than atom. Right? Atom is a very, one of the levels, as we will see as the chapter progresses. Parama Mahan is the universe itself, right? But due to lack of words, Prabhupada had to keep something there, like atom. Actually, Prabhupada's guru is Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj. He had a desire to write a book called Vaishnava Manjusa. He wanted to write something called Vaishnava Manjusa. He wanted a project. It was a project called Vaishnava Manjusa. So what is Vaishnava Manjusa about? He wanted to write down all the Sanskrit words and then come up with the suitable English words. Create new English words so that some meaning comes out of it. Otherwise, how would you explain Paramanu as atom? It requires another English word, right? So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was such a visionary, and he said, we have to create this dictionary called Vaishnava Manjusa, where all the Sanskrit explanations, wherever you get in the scriptures, has a suitable English word. Because, it's his vision to spread Paschatya Deshatarine. He wanted the whole philosophy to go to all the Western countries. So, he made a whole budget for this, and then he told how much it's going to cost. He said it's going to cost 5 lakh rupees in those days, right? 5 lakh rupees for this project. And when the amount was heard, people were shocked, like, Maharaj, 5 lakh rupees is a lot. Some of us may not be that much affected when I said 5 lakh, isn't it? Bhakti Vigyan Pragya Maharaj, the spiritual master of the sannyasi who gave sannyas to Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Vigyan Pragya Maharaj, right? To A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada, he gave sannyas. So initiation was given to Bhakti Siddhanta, but after Bhakti Siddhanta left, after many, many years, Srila Prabhupada took sannyas from Bhakti Vigyan Pragya Maharaj. So he was a very senior disciple of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. So he used to work, and he used to work in Kolkata, and his entire salary used to give to the mutt. And the whole Chaitanya Mutt used to run with that salary. Whole Chaitanya Mutt. Just with that one person. So just imagine all sannyasis and brahmacharis, and one person is going and working. Before he took sannyas, he used to work outside, and his entire salary used to give to the mutt, and the mutt used to run. So one day he came and told, I'm going to come full time into the temple. I'm going to join temple now. So immediately all the disciples, were there. What will happen to us, if you come and join? So they went to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati and told, Maharaj, this Prabhu says he's going to join full time. It was a big situation, right? I mean, like, his salary is to run the whole mutt. Can anybody guess what was his salary? 5 rupees. It was a guess, is it? Guessed it? Yeah. Good guess. It was 5 rupees. With 5 rupees, the entire Chaitanya Mutt is to run. Right? Now, can you understand what is 5 lakhs in those days? Now it gives us a feeling, right? When somebody is running an entire mutt with 5 rupees, and they did not even have 5 rupees to run that, Bhakti Siddhanta was such a visionary. No wonder, if I can, due to lack of English words, if I say the same craziness was passed down from Bhakti Siddhanta to Bhakti Vedanta. Due to lack of words. Crazy is not a right suitable word. But crazy for Krishna. Crazy for serving. How can somebody who doesn't have 5 rupees decide about one project called, Vaishnava Manjusa, right? That was Bhakti Siddhanta. And same way as in Bhakti Vedanta Swami. You would go to every country and say, okay, give your country to me, I will take care of it. You don't have any temple also there. That was Prabhupada. That is how he looked at it. This world belongs to Krishna. And I'm here to serve, right? And the same craziness has to be passed on to us also. Right? Yes, we should also think like that. Crazy. We should become crazy for Krishna. You say it, Krishna will make it happen, don't you think? Right? Yeah. You know, we want every single building in this side of the city should have a Bhakti Rickshaw, not community. Building. Every building should have a Bhakti Rickshaw running, and to the Bhakti Rickshaw, devotees should come. They should have Mangal Aarti program. They should have Bhagavatam program. They all should go back home, back to garden. That should be our craziness. Right? How many Rath Yatras should happen? Not for every building, community. Right? How many communities are there in our area? So far, maybe 50, 60. More than that? Yeah, 100 communities maybe. So 100 Rath Yatras should happen. Can that happen? It is 2023. Right? 2033. At least we should do 50 Rath Yatras. 2043, 100 Rath Yatras. Yeah, it is possible. Provided we all preach. Right? We should be crazy like Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati to serve Krishna. And when we preach, sometimes we complain, oh Prabhu, people are not coming. Can anybody tell why people are not coming? Purity of the preacher matters, yes.
We are not able to connect to them.
We are not able to connect to them, yes. We are not endeavoring enough, Lovesh Prabhu, yes.
Not having compassion.
You don't have adequate compassion. Very good point. Very good point. Compassion. When there is compassion, how you cannot preach, you tell me. When you have compassion, how can you not preach? If you are stopping preaching in between means you don't have compassion. You have still not got that. You are taking Krishna consciousness and not giving it to others means you do not understand Krishna consciousness only. Isn't it? How can you be a doctor and not treat patients? Right? That means you are merciless fellow. That's why you have a doctor degree, but you're not serving. So we're not getting enough people because according to our preparation, Krishna sends. Remember that simple. Right? When people come to us, it's a different topic, but I'm just telling little about it. When people come to us, Krishna expects us to teach them properly. Not only dry philosophy, even etiquettes. How to do Aarti, how to do Abhishekam, how to organize any event. All these things you have to learn. And when we are adequately learned, Krishna will send immediately. He'll send more and more. Because now Krishna knows this fellow has done his homework. He's ready. So every year we have to learn more. And that should be a self-motivated initiative. Somebody is doing it. I want to learn how he is doing, what he is doing. Because I want to repeat exactly the same way. When the seriousness is there, you'll get people. Because Krishna wants to send to the right teachers. So now also he is sending according to what we have. Right? As in years progress, it's not like our maturity or speed. I used to speak the same way even 10 years back. I don't think much has changed. But Krishna is deciding whether I should send 2 more people because something has happened. Some things have learned more. So like that. So anyway, different topic. So coming back. So Bhakti Siddhanta, when he said this project 5 lakhs, he approached many kings. So the king of Manipur told initially, that I will give. King of Manipur told Bhakti, I will give for this, Vaishnava Manjusa project. Then Bhakti Siddhanta told the budget. He told 5 lakh rupees. Then King of Manipur said, and thank you very much. So he gave 2,000 rupees it seems in those days. King of Manipur. And this was something that Bhakti Siddhanta wanted it to happen. So maybe one day ISKCON will do it. There are so many projects our Acharyas have already given, which we can do for the next 2,000 years. So many projects they have already given. Right? So this is one of the projects that will happen. So anyway, so the point is coming back to our atom, right? Which is necessarily not the perfect word, Paramanu. So to measure To measure time, what the way Vedic scripture explains, you should measure the distance with speed. Then you'll automatically understand time. Right? Distance with speed. So if sun is traveling from this point to this point, how much distance it is covering and at what speed it is coming. Because time is nothing but distance divided by speed. Isn't it? That's how much you have. So the Vedic scripture also explains time in that way only. You all understood? So the focus will be on the distance and the speed. So you'll understand the size. So according to the movement of sun, everything is measured. Everything is measured according to the movement of sun. And the greatness of our sages in those days, they knew the movement of sun. They knew to the accuracy. So they have a benchmark. On that benchmark, they measured the entire time. Western philosophers would have never come up with 365. 365 days is coming from Vedas. Actually, it's 360, not 365. It's coming from Vedas. Everything, calendar, everything is coming from Vedas. These fools, they created that January to December and thinking they have invented nothing. They've taken from us only. We are the sages. The sages, from Bharat Varsha have given them how to measure time. Everything, but they know how to patent it. That's all they did, right? So smallest means that which cannot be seen. That which cannot be seen, that is the smallest. So when you say Paramanu, Paramanu means you cannot see it. You cannot see it. That's the meaning actually. You cannot see it. That which cannot be seen. Parama Maha means something that you can see, which is the biggest. So verse number 2, I'll go, as I said, it's a little dry philosophy, but every time you hear something, try to understand the greatness of God, of His creation. Appreciation for Krishna should increase. Right? Now, second verse, it says, atoms are the ultimate state of manifest universe. When they stay in their own forms without forming different bodies, they are called the unlimited oneness. There are certainly different bodies in physical forms, but the atoms themselves form the complete manifestation. So what is it saying? Simple logic. Atoms, they come together, they form everything. Right? So how is Krishna explaining us his creation? He's saying Param Mahan is the limits of the universe. When Krishna says Param Mahan, he says I'm here to here. This limit to that limit. Param Mahan. Right? When through Param Mahan, he is explaining the limits of the universe. Through Paramanu, he is explaining how he is pervading in the universe. I am in every atom. I am in between two atoms. Right? So that is Param Mahan. Through Paraman, what is he explaining? How he is pervading the entire universe. How he is there in all parts of the universe. This Param Mahan. And Paramanu. Param Mahan is like the end and limits of the universe. Are you all following? These two words, if you understand, that's enough from this chapter. Mainly it goes around this, right? One of the important things. So now, Paramanu means the smallest. But atoms are not, again, comparable to Paramanu. Another reason why is because atoms, science, the so-called modern science says, atoms are different for carbon, atoms are different for uranium. They don't say it's same. Because their level of knowledge is only gone till atom. Right? Of course, in those days, that fellow got Oscar, what is that Oscar? Not is it? Nobel Prize also. Then he died, another fellow came and told, further smaller than atom is what? Electron. And that fellow got Nobel. He also died. Then after that, next fellow came and said nucleus. He also got a Nobel. But nobody is giving Nobel Prize to Vedavyas and our sages who have already told Paramanu is the smallest. At Paramanu level, everything is same. For all atoms are not same as per science. But at Paramanu level, everything is same. Everything is that Paramanu. And as the Paramanu forms into different forms, you get different Paramahans. The small Paramahans, big Paramahan. You all following? Same, simple, basic actually, Yeah. Text 3. One can estimate time by measuring the movement of the atomic combination of the bodies. Time is the potency of the Almighty Personality of Godhead, Hari, who controls all physical movement, although he is not visible in the physical world. Right? So just imagine the greatness of God, that he created this universe in such a beautiful way. You can measure everything through time, and you cannot see time. You cannot see time. But time exists. Where does it exist? Within the movement of the atoms. Within the movement of, for the lack of language, let's use atoms for now. Okay? Within the movement of atoms. Right? So, next verse. Or atomic time is measured according to its covering a particular atomic space. According to the way it is covering space, it is measured. Right? The time which covers the unmanifest aggregate of the atoms is called great time. The time which covers the unmanifest aggregate means everything is called great time. Yeah. It's further explanation to this. The time for the sun to go from one side to another side is Paramanu. Paramanu. And the time for the dissolution is different. From one dissolution to another dissolution, Paramahan. One dissolution means the whole universe. So the whole universe is formed. If you go from this side of the universe, that side of the universe, that is how much time it takes. After that, the dissolution starts. So the time is measured like that. As we go forward, we will know. Right? Mr. Prabhupada says, the time covered by the sun in the passing over an atom is called atomic time. The complete calculation of time of creation, maintenance and dissolution measured in terms of the circulation of the total planetary systems until the end of creation is known as Supreme Kala. Right? Kala means time, but it is the amount of time the universe remains and it dissolves and it is completely smashed out. Right? So all this is measured. All this is measured. Yeah. So there is Anurtva Paramanu Syat Trasarenu Traya Smrata. So Anur means 2 Paramanu. Trayas Srenus means 6 Paramanu. Again, now you are combining Paramanus, right? Translation next. The division of gross time is calculated as follows. 2 atoms make 1 double atom. 2 Paramanu. Actually, it's not atom, but for now understand atom. 2 atoms make 1 double atom, which is called Anur. And 3 double atoms make 1 hexatom. Hexatom is this, which is nothing but Trasarenu. Trasarenu is hexatom. This hexatom is visible in the sunshine, which enters through the holes of a window screen. One can clearly see that the hexatom goes up towards the sky. So if you are seeing that sunray that is coming inside, if you observe, what you can see is 6 times the Paramanu. That is, at that point you can actually see 6 times the size of Paramanu. You will see the sunrise, a lot of dust is there, but certain dust is going up, just flying up. That is nothing but Trasarenu or hexatom. Right? Now, text 6. The time duration needed for the integration of the 3 Trasarenus is called Truti. Truti. The time duration needed for integration of 3 Trasarenus. You are combining further 3. That means 18 Paramanus. Is called Truti. And 100 Trutis make 1 Veda. And 3 Vedas make 1 Lava. Now you are going from size to distance. Right? Time is being created now here. So Truti. Does anyone remember the word Truti being used in Bhagavatam? Gopis use this word in 10th canto. Truti. They say that we don't want to be separated you even for a Truti. Truti. Right? Trutilo Pramana. We are fortunate that we are born here. We use that word many places. Right? Truti. So Gopis said even a Truti separation from you, Krishna, is a problem. So this Brahma is not a good engineer. He created eyelids. Right? So Gopis complain like Truti. Yeah. right? And there is this lava. 3 Vedas make 1 lava. Have you used the word lava anywhere? Lava matra sadhu sangha sarva shastra hai. Right? Lava matra. Meaning literally not even a second, lesser than a second. Even now we are dealing with lesser than a second, by the way. Right? We are still not. So it is calculated that if a second is divided into 1687.5 parts, that each part is called a truti. 1687.5 parts of a second is called a truti. Prabhupada is saying the sun is the central point of calculating all durations. So cosmology, Professor Madhu, is a great science. Bhagavatam's goal is not to describe cosmology. There are many that Kanaka Shastra is there, that you can understand cosmology in detail. There is Prabhuji in Chopati, his name is Prem Gaurang Prabhu. If you want to go in depth into cosmology and how Vedas are explained and actually calculate all these times as per Vedas and match it to our current modern science and exactly explain how the planets are functioning, you should hear from him. He is like a PhD in this area. A very young person, Prem Gaurang Prabhu in Chopati. Not many people hear his lecture. They sleep like the way you are sleeping right now. Because the topic is like that. You can't help it, you know. Please keep looking at me, otherwise I'll also sleep. The only speaker in the history of ISKCON who spoke while giving lecture is Lilananda. Take 7. The duration of time has 3 lavas equal to 1 nimisha. 3 lavas is equal to 1 nimisha, not a second. What is trisha? Even less than that, right? I mean, then comes lava. 18 times trisha is equal to So truti, 100 trutis make 1 Veda, and 3 Vedas means 300 trutis is equal to 1 lava, right? And 3 lavas is equal to 1 nimisha.
Our nimisha is wrong.
Nimsham is not minute. Nimsham is not minute. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Where did we use the word nimisha?
Yugaitam
nimishena chakshusha pravarshayitam shunyayitam jagat sarvam yudam virahya. We use the word nimisha, but necessarily may not exactly match. So translation, the duration of time of 3 lavas is equal to 1 nimisha. The combination of 3 nimishas makes 1 kshana. 5 kshanas combined together make 1 kastha, and 15 kasthas make 1 lagu. Right? So there is a whole science. Just imagine the science. You know, it's so unfortunate that we think Western people have discovered anything. They have not discovered anything. They have just taken it from here. It's all there in the Vedas. By the way, Westerners are also our brothers and sisters only. Right? But the brothers and sisters who ran away from here as per Bhagavatam, there is one chapter. I will not get into that topic. But we are the ones, from here we passed on the knowledge to the whole. Columbus was searching for lava, nimisha. This is the knowledge he was searching for. That's why he came here. He is trying to search for India. Right? By calculation, it is found that 1 laghu is equal to 2 minutes. Now we have come to a minutes part, Prabhupada is saying. Right? The atomic calculation of time in terms of Vedic wisdom may be converted into present time with this understanding. At this point, you can convert it. Right? Text 8. 15 lagus make 1 nadika, which is also called a danda. Nadika is also called danda. 2 dandas make 1 muhurta. Right? So what was lagu? Prabhupada told 1 lagu is equal to 2 minutes. So 15 into 2 is 1 danda, 30. And 2 dandas is 1 muhurta, means 1 hour. 1 hour is 1 muhurta. And 6 or 7 dandas make 1/4 of a day or night. Yeah, 1/4, so 6 hours.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
According to human calculation. Now, this is there in Bhagavatam. 24 hours in a day is clearly defined. Huh? How can anybody look at the sun, any so-called today's scientist? Just imagine, whole science is dependent upon the knowledge given by the sages. Whole science. They can't do what they have given. Right? Now, unfortunately, they say, that stupid Aryan philosophy. It goes in our school textbooks also. That Aryans came and told we illiterate people how to live civilizedly. Indians were cavemen. They came and compared, changed us to intelligent people. So get converted to Christianity. Because Christianity is where from Aryans came. It's nonsense, absurd. Somebody read this. What is being mentioned? 5,000 years ago, documented, told and understood when? Eternally. Our sages, Muhurta. This is like part of our system, right?
Even when you put Muhurta for marriage,
everything, Muhurta.
it lasts for that time.
That lasts for that much time.
1 hour.
See? And we are so fortunate. We are born in a country where these words are used so commonly. But we don't know the greatness behind these. How the Supreme Lord created this. And there's one more word I'll tell you. It will come very commonly we use. Text 9. Text 9 is more like an experiment. Right? Now, sages go to a point where they say, okay, now you understood what is Muhurta. Now you want to do an experiment? Do the experiment. What is he saying? Lord, Maitreya Muni is explaining. The measuring pot of one nadika or danda can be prepared with a 6 pala weight, that is 14 ounces. 6 pala weight, pot of copper. So you have to take a pot of copper which is that much weight, in which a hole is bored with a gold probe weight 4 masa. Again, the measure of fingers and measuring 4 fingers long. When the pot is placed in the water, the time before the water overflows into the pot is 1 danda.
Like sand watch.
You see the sense? And why only gold? What if you put silver in that? Instead of a golden needle, you put a silver needle. What will happen? Will it come as the same measurement? Why? Why not same? Different density. So density concept was very well known to our sages also. Huh? It appears that in the days of Vedic civilization, there was no dearth of knowledge in physics, chemistry, or higher mathematics. Measurements were calculated in different ways, as simply as could be done. They could simply prove things on the thing on the fly. Mera Bharat? Mera Bharat? जोर से बोलो मेरा भारत हे रावण. It is calculated, next verse, it is calculated, there are 4 praharas which are also called yamas in the day and 4 in the night of the human being. Similarly, 15 days and nights are a fortnight, and there are 2 fortnights, black and white, in a month. Right? 15 days, 15 days. Shukla Paksha, Krishna Paksha. You all know that. Right? Translation. Next one. The aggregate of 2 fortnights is 1 month. See from where we started? Paramanu. And we have now 1 month. The aggregate of 2 fortnights is 1 month. And that period is 1 complete day and night of the Pita planets. Now, it's going further more now. Right? You understood time dimension now. Now you are going planet by planet by planet by planet by planet. Right? 2 of such months comprise 1 season. How many seasons are there? 6 seasons. And 6 months comprise 1 to north. Uttarayana, Dakshina. Right? That is how it has come. Right? It is mentioned Dakshinayana. Uttarayana, Dakshinayana. Ayanam. Ayanam means 6 months. Text 12. 2 solar movements make 1 day. So 2 solar movements make 1 day and night of the demigods. And that combination of day and night is 1 complete calendar year for the human being. The human being has a duration of life of 100 years. So one Dakshinayana is half a day for the Devatas.
6 months.
One Uttarayana is another half a day. For their day and night is equal to our 6 months plus 6 months.
1 year.
You understand? 1 year, our 1 year
Is 1 day.
is 1 day for them. Text 13. Influential stars, they actually, this Prem Gaurang Prabhu, they've called him to Mayapur, it seems. Please tell how to reflect all this in the Vedic language. Yeah, the planetarium that they're making. They're trying to reflect it. And at one point, they don't know how to do it. Because Prem Gaurang Prabhu is going into all levels of technical details. And it's like this. Like, Prabhu, that's okay. Let it hang, whatever is hanging. How much can you reflect? You know, I mean, they're trying their best. That's one of Prabhupada's vision. That even the dumbest fool should understand how the cosmology is made. So simple language they are trying to explain it. Right? How the whole cosmology works. So Prabhupada, knowing that, you know, there will be people living in Tellapur and Gachibowli, gave this purport. You can see it there. No? So these people will not understand any of this.
They have table. They need
So he gave a table. Prabhupada gave a table. Right? All the different branches of knowledge is under the supreme control of Kala. Ultimately Kala Shakti. Right? And work of Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Please come. Mataji, you can come this way. Yeah, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Move it. Come sit in the front. Hare Krishna. Thank you for coming. Welcome to Vaishnav Seva Kunj, who is coming for the first time. Hare Krishna. Chakravarti Prabhu has lifted everybody from their Kala Shakti. And brought everybody here. Very grateful for everybody to come. Yeah. Wherever you're comfortable, settle down. There is a lot of space. You don't have to sit like our satsang. This hall can fit 600 people. You can spread out and sit. Okay. So this table is given, right? For whatever we have heard. Now I'm going to read it. If you can memorize, I don't know. One Truti, the time calculation as per the sages, one Truti is 8 by 13,500 of a second, which is 1,600 and something of a second. One Veda is 8 by 135. One Lava is 8 by 145 of a second. One Nimisha is 8 by 15, a half of a second. Nimisha is like half of a second, almost. Kshana is 8 by 5, close to a second. No, wait a second. More than a second. Kshana is more than a second. Yeah. One Kastha is 8 seconds. One Lagu is 2 minutes. One Danda is 30 minutes. One Prahara is 3 hours. Prahara. In a day, how many Praharas are there? 8 Praharas. One day is 12 hours. One night is 12 hours. There is no English word for day and night. So that is used. One Paksha is 15 days. Shukla Paksha, Krishna Paksha. So 2 Pakshas comprise 1 month and 12 months comprise 1 calendar year and 1 full orbit of the sun. The human being is expected to live up to 100 years. That is the way of controlling measure of the eternal time. So how do you understand time? This is how you understand time. Time is measured by distance of the sun from when it travels to each prahara. Right? Paramanu. From this paramanu to that paramanu. What is this? What traveling is how the time is calculated. Right? And as I said, some of you are new here. So none of the scientists of the West would have understood anything at all. Prabhu, you can come this side. No? I can't see you. You can come this side. आगे यहाँ पे बैठो कहीं भी comfortable. Yeah. So yeah, feel comfortable. Yeah. You can sit in the front. I'll not ask questions. Don't worry. So Brahma Samhita 5.52. Yachakshur esha samita sakala grahanam Raja samsasta suramutir ashesha teja Yasyajnaya Brahmati Supat Samprata Kala Chakro Govindamali Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. I worship Lord Govinda, the primal Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, under whose control even the sun, which is considered to be the eye of the Lord, rotates within the fixed orbit of eternal time. The sun is the king of all planetary systems and has unlimited potency in heat and light. Sun is controlled by Krishna, so ultimately time is controlled by Krishna, isn't it? Yes. So, translation. O Vidura, the sun enlivens all living entities. The sun enlivens all living entities with its unlimited heat and light. He diminishes the duration of life of all living entities in order to release them from the illusion of material attachment, and he enlarges the path of elevation to the heavenly kingdom. He thus moves to the firmament with great velocity, and therefore everyone should offer him respects once every 5 years with all ingredients of worship. Right? So once every 5 years there has to be a big puja to be done to sun. Why? Because 5 years represent the 5 planets, 5 orbits of 5 different planets. Jupiter, Sun's orbit, then there are different moons orbit, right? So that's why the 5 years is being used. The technical chapter, as I said. So movement of sun also decides the auspicious and inauspiciousness, right? Like we decided, ఇప్పుడు బయటికి ఒక సస్తావు చెప్తారు ఎక్కడికి వస్తున్నారు దుర్ముహూర్త ముహూర్త all is coming as per the movement of the sun, right? Everything is being calculated according to it, auspicious and inauspicious. Now when you say that, when Maitreya Muni says the sun enlivens the living entities, what does it mean? It enlivens the living entities. What comes to your mind? What does it mean? It enlivens the living entities.
Energy. It gives energy.
It germinates the plants, the sun. Otherwise, your plants will not grow. Right? If your plants don't grow, then will not have prasadam. As simple as that. Yeah. For me, my reading power is also going day by day. Sorry. Then after some years you get that, right? Chatvaram. Yeah, Chatvaram వచ్చింది ఎప్పుడో వచ్చింది అని I don't like wearing specs, so I'm extending it again and again. Yeah. So here next translation, kalpa.
In this small question, he diminishes the duration of life, that's understanding, but he enlarges the path of elevation to the heavenly kingdom. He enlarges the path of elevation to the heavenly kingdom.
Meaning, he provides us the activities that we can do through which we can get some pious credits to go to the heavenly planets. Yeah.
He diminishes the duration of life of all living entities in order to release them from their illusion of material attachment.
Yes. And enlarges the path of elevation to the heavenly kingdom. Heavenly kingdom sometimes, Prabhuji, can be understood as even not just the Swargaloka, actually going to the Supreme Lord itself, in essence. It can also mean going up, basically going upwards, which is taking us closer to God. Don't just look at heaven as in heaven, because we always say going to heaven is foolishness, because you come back again, right? So it can be seen so.
How sun is
It creates muhurtas, Prabhu.
release them from their illusion of material attachment.
It creates muhurtas. At what muhurta you can do what, right? It gives you the time sense, like Brahma Muhurta. Is chanting not good in the Brahma Muhurta? So he's facilitating us by giving that particular auspicious, powerful moments of time where we can actually perform activities much more properly, so we can go back home back to God. So everything is being designed. It's in such a way it gives us the more opportunities and helps us perform certain activities certain time like that. Festivals are coming because of sun. Every festival. Okay? So because of the time, in essence, here sun is being referred in relation to time, not sun as in sun planet. Sun only gives heat and light, but it also explains the time element. Yeah, like that. So it elevates us. It helps us to elevate ourselves. That's the whole understanding.
Prabhuji, like, can we visualize like in Bhumandala there are like multiple solar systems, and every planet has its own sun, and based on that only they have their own times.
No, every solar system doesn't have its own sun. In one Brahmanda, there is one sun. In one Brahmanda, there is one sun.
But
There are many stars which play almost a role like sun by reflecting it out. But the way, see, our problem is our textbooks which showed 9 planets rotating and one sun sitting in between. That's not the way it works. It's not even close to the way actually the solar system is. Right? If you see our planetary system, the 14 planetary system, top to bottom, right? So Earth is right in between. So how do you show this in the solar system map?
so how
Where
I'm
is sun?
visualizing it, it's like a Milky Way. In this Milky Way, we have multiple solar systems, and
But solar system is
that's
again,
why-
as I said, solar system itself is a concept which is not there in the Vedas. Navagrahas, 9 planets, and all is there. But then this idea of everything rotating and sun in between only for these is not right. Sun is actually illuminating the whole world, whole universe, one Brahmanda, right? And it is rotating in such a way everybody is getting what they need. It's. I don't think I am qualified also to.
I am thinking that this knowledge is only for our universe, I mean our solar system.
Oh no! It's
I
beyond.
mean, this timing
Beyond now.
in this
Now,
chapter.
now I'll go further. You will be bewildered. We will cross the earth now. Earth is only one part of it. Right? Earth is comparatively we can learn. Like 6 months of our time is equal to one day of devatas, half a day of devatas, right? So it's only in terms of comparison. Yes, this knowledge is given to us on this planet, but sometimes it touches upon certain areas where we can't explain. It goes to other parts of the other levels of the planets also.
But then doesn't look practical that we have only this sun which is illuminating complete Bhumandala.
What do you think is the sun? The sun is not like little object that they have shown in the solar system map.
But we are
Right.
seeing the other stars also.
Other stars get illuminated through the sun, Prabhu. Prabhu, if you see, how much times is sun as compared to globe, our Earth planet? If you see our solar system map, you can't even draw that sun on the page. If you want to draw sun and if you put a dot, smallest dot, even that, then you cannot draw sun planet beside it. It is that big and that illuminating. And it is traveling. Vivaswan is traveling on a chariot. It's traveling. Sun is also moving, Earth is also moving. And they are moving in a direction, all the other planets are also moving. So technology is, that's why Brahma told the prayers, Bhaya, I can't do. You've given me the planets, but you tell me how to put them in the respective axes. That only you know. You have to give me the knowledge. That is the Vedic knowledge which goes into Brahma. And according to that, he places all the universe. Even Brahma cannot create what Supreme Lord is in plan. And even a little mistake can flood us into the Garbhodaka ocean. We will lose our equilibrium on that path. We will simply fall down. And what each planet should have inside, that is also decided by Brahma. Sorry, by the Supreme Lord. So much is there. Don't, what is that episode? Hiranyaksha. that fellow got so attracted to Hiranya. Hiranya means gold. He extracted so much gold out of the planet that gold was holding the planet on the orbit. There is a reason we are floating, right? If you keep two magnets up and down and exactly alike poles, and you keep something, it might also float, right? But it is not floating because it floats. It's floating because of the force from top and force from bottom, and there is something inside that object, like it's iron or some kind of a capacity, right? Now, if you remove that element out of it, what will happen? Top, it will go down, isn't it? That's what happened. The Earth planet fell into Garbhodaka ocean. And then Supreme Lord had to come. Brahma was looking at what do we do now? Brahma is looking. Say, I don't know what to do now. Planet has fallen. I don't know what to do. So Supreme Lord had to come as Varahadev and lift that planet back, replenish it with whatever is needed, and then keep it in the orbit again. So there is this science is beyond our understanding. If you understand that we can't understand this to a large extent, but we can. What I said in the beginning, the saranksha of the chapter is how great Krishna is. Right? It's beyond. And unfortunately, I think you have lost. You have wasted at least 35 years of your life studying something. Right? I have wasted 47 years learning debit and credit, useless chart accountancy, right? MBA, ISB, IIT. What nonsense we have done? We can't understand a particle of what's happening around us. Right? Great rishis are telling how exactly the whole world functions. Somebody is saying, what did you do? I have done my MS in America. What you have done?
Festivals we are celebrating according to the nakshatras. Suppose Krishna Janmashtami, Ram Navami, Hanu Jayanti. These all come. We are keeping them at particular days because of the nakshatra. Suppose Rama born in this nakshatra, Krishna born in this nakshatra. So other nakshatras also, like stars also, we are taking for the time of them.
Correct.
So how only sun? You are telling only sun affects the
sun is not just a nakshatra. The sun is sun helps in the calculation of muhurta. So you came a little later. So we're discussing about how the sun moves from Paramana to Paramahan. Every little movement determines the time. So time is not calculated. Time is calculated by distance and speed. Time is nothing but distance divided by speed. So the distance that the sun travels from one point to another point, that particular distance is deciding the size of that object, including the smallest level of atom, according to the sun's movement. So sun is determining time. Basically, you are calculating the whole element of time through sun. Krishna is calculating the whole universe's time through sun. And sun is giving you, by its movement, it is giving you muhurta, nimisha, samachara. One samachara means what? One's full movement of sun. Isn't it? And according to the other planets which are revolving around sun or in and around sun, that muhurta is determined. Very difficult calculation actually. The astrological calculations that these Brahmanas do and the charts that they have is science can never understand it. It's beyond the combination. Like there are unlimited planets. There are 3.3 crore devatas. Right? And 3.3 crore planets are there. Each devata has his own planet. Ganeshji has his own planet. Everybody has his own planet. Now that planet's influence has to come on you, and you are sitting somewhere near Chevala Road here. Right? Now that influence will come on you. So that planet at the right moment, what is the right time that influence will come is calculated the movement of sun. Heavily technical. But just by looking at our birth time, see the technology. Just by looking at our birth time, the place of our birth, they estimate, what is going to happen in your life. Even the place of your birth matters, because according to that place, the influence, the time, everything comes. I'm very mundane in the subject matter. I'm not very qualified to discuss. If anybody else is more accustomed to astrology, astronomy, and cosmology, you can share. But I have given up. The only day I remember is when I took birth. And only day I want to know is when I will not take birth again.
There are two books, Vedic astrology cosmology and Vedic cosmology. Tulsi books.
Yeah, Tulsi books there are. That's what.
Parameshwar Das Prabhu has written.
Bhagavata cosmology.
Bhagavata cosmology is there, and there is a Maharaj, Danveer Swami Maharaj in ISKCON. If you are interested in this, go to YouTube and say Danveer Swami Maharaj. So he has written many books on cosmology, Vedic cosmology. I bought those books. 2 times I tried to read them. I felt unconscious. So much sleep I got. So thank you very much. I don't want to understand Krishna. I'm not discouraging you. I'm not discouraging you. My level of IQ is very low for such kind of knowledge. So I understood. This fellow is only, I can only do courses like CA, MBA and all, the time pass course I can do, but I cannot do that cosmology. That is too much.
Prabhu, what you said in the beginning, Paramanu and Paramanu, the instant string theory also explains the same.
Yeah.
The energy that is binding between the atoms and the energy that's binding between the planets is exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
The formula, he derives the same formula for both of them.
Yes. He derived a formula and became Einstein.
Probably read all this. This is part of what we are reading. Part of it is.
It's all copied, Prabhu. How can our entire history is changed? Our entire history is changed. What we are seeing or understanding now, our entire vision of the history has been changed. We are reduced to people who think that we are unfortunate to take birth in India. To that point they have brought us. Right? To that point they have brought us. How can you go and explain a child that you are the most fortunate to take birth in this part of the world where this knowledge? No, I am not talking about patriotism here. I am talking about the place where Rishi Munis have sat down and they have revealed all this. Right? And the stupid West, they have just taken it. They introduced English, they converted, they did not have any words in English to convert this.
So original NRIs moved from here and brought it back to
Anyway, that's a different topic. I'll not get there. It's very depressing to even think about it. What is our condition right now? So translation, next one, text 16. Vidura said, now Vidura is going. Now Vidura said, okay, you explain me what is time now. Maitreya Muni has explained what is time now. So Vidura is going next level. He's saying, okay, what about time in other planetary systems? Right? This is what you are asking. Your question Vidura is asking. Right? Vidura said, I now understand the life durations of the residents in Pitta planets and heavenly planets as well as that of the human beings. Now kindly inform me the durations of life of those greatly learned living entities who are beyond the range of Kalpa. Now what is Kalpa? Kalpa means 1 day of Brahma. How much is the day of Brahma as per our calculation? 4.3 billion years. 4.3 billion years. So beyond the Kalpa, right? Tell me about those living entities who don't get affected. So you have this 14 planetary systems. Earth is in between. Above us are 7. And after this is like Maharloka, Swargaloka, right? And then no, not Maharloka. There is after this Bhuvarloka, Swargaloka, and after Swargaloka comes Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, and Brahmaloka, or Satyaloka. Right? So this top 4, understand this, that the top 4 lokas under Brahmaloka, those people don't die also for 311 trillion years. Not just Brahma. Brahma is not the only one who lives for 311 trillion years. The 4 lokas below Brahma, right, which is Mahar, Jana, Tapa, and Satyaloka. Even they live for 311 because their planets are also not touched by the dissolution. Whenever Brahma sleeps, the whole world goes into the Garbhadaksha ocean. But those 14 planets don't go. Earth goes. But those 4 planets on the top, they don't go. So ultimately, when do they go? When Brahma dies. 311 trillion years when Brahma dies, then all the lokas go inside. All the 14. During the between annihilation, not annihilation, what do you call that? Dissolution. When every time Brahma sleeps, partial dissolution. Those 4 planets are not going down. Right? And even Earth planet, it doesn't completely go down into the water. There is one part of the planet Earth which never goes down the water. which is Jagannath Puri, Purushottam Kshetra. Jagannath Puri never goes down to the water. Jagannath, that whole region, Purushottam Kshetra. So, the planets of highly learned living entities like sages like Sanaka and Bhrigu are not affected by the dissolutions of the millenniums. Where do Sanaka Rishi, Bhrigu Rishi, where do they live? In those planets below Brahma's planet. So they don't die they don't get affected by every partial dissolution. When Brahma day, Brahma sleep, Brahma gets up, that doesn't affect them, but it affects us. They're completely gone.
Prabhuji, Vrindavan also not going. Vrindavan bhi nahi chलता है.
Three places. They say there are 3 places.
I heard of one place.
Jagannath Puri and Vrindavan also.
Really?
Some of the philosophers.
Maybe some other Purana says that, because what I heard from Prabhuji is Jagannath Puri Purushottam Kshetra is the only place which doesn't go down. Maybe.
In Bhagavatam reading, Mataji के साथ जो हमारा होता है उसको वृंदावन भी नहीं जाता है.
नहीं कहाँ देख के बताया था ना ऐसे एक बार पूछ के बताऊँ. हाँ एक बार उनसे पूछो कहाँ पे पढ़ा है. Maybe can learn that. Yeah, sorry. So text 17. O spiritually powerful one, you can understand the movements of the eternal time, which is a controlling form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, because you are a self-realized person. You can see everything by the power of mystic vision. Who is telling this? Vidura is telling to Maitreya Muni. He's telling, you can see everything. Now tell me, how does it work upwards? So the first 8 verses are about divisions of time. Now the next close to 8 verses are about divisions of time for Devatas. How the division of time happens for Devatas, right? So Maitreya said, O Vidura, the 4 millenniums are called the Satya, Treta, Dwapara and Kali Yugas. The aggregate number of years of all these combined is equal to 12,000 years of the demigods. Right? So 4.3 million years, right? All these 4 together. Satya Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga and Kali Yuga. All these 3 things, all these 4 together is 4.3 million years as per our calculation. Right? Now all these 4 of them together, right, is 43 lakh 20,000 years basically. This is equal to 12,000 years of demigods multiplied by 360 number of days. Their 1 day is equal to 12,000 into 360 is our entire Yuga cycle. Yeah. So the year of the demigods is equal to 360 years of humankind. As will be clarified in subsequent verses, 12,000 of the demigod years. So their 12,000 years is equal to our Yuga cycle. Our 4.3 million is equal to our Yuga cycle. Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga. This 4 cycle of Yugas, for us it is 4.3 million years. For them it is only 12,000 years. Devatas. Yeah. So Brahma, as per the calculation, has just crossed 50 right now. Brahma's age right now is 50. And generally he has lunch like a brunch. So he just had lunch. It is 11:30 a.m. right now for Brahma. Right? Makes sense? Yeah. Text 19. The duration of Satya millennium is 4,800 years of the demigods. Duration of Treta millennium is 3,600 years of demigod. Duration of Dwapara millennium is 2,400. Kali is 2,400 demigods. Simple. The way it is, just multiplies. Kali Yuga into 2 is Treta, into 3 is Dwapara, into 4 is Satya. Altogether, if you Kali Yuga is what, 432,000 years. And total is 4,32,000. 10 times basically, all combined. Right? So how many wants to come back again and find out whether it works in Satya Yuga or not? Somebody wants to come back after dying? We don't know. We are just worried about our jobs and home loans. Naturally we'll come back. Again, we'll come back again and again. Text 20. Sandhya Sandhyam Sayor Antar. Yeah. So the Yuga Dharma is established by God between Sandhya and Sandhyam Shayor. Yuga Dharma. The transition period before and after every millennium, which are a few hundred years, as aforesaid, are known as Yuga Sandhyas, or the conjunctions of two millenniums. Conjunctions of two millenniums. Treta Yuga, then Kali Yuga. Right? Every time a millennium changes, in that conjunction, the need for a Yuga avatar comes to establish the Yuga Dharma. That's what is being told. So Satya Yuga is 4 times the Kali Yuga. For that, Satya Yuga avatar will come. Like that. 3 times Dwapar Yuga avatar will come. Treta Yuga, like that it comes. Right? Yeah. So the transition period before and after every millennium, which are few hundred years, as aforesaid, are known as Yuga Sandhyas. Yuga Sandhyas. For us, Sandhya is different, Yuga Sandhya is different. Yuga Sandhyas are the conjunction of the two millenniums. According to the expert astrologers, in those periods, all kinds of religious activities are performed. Right? No, it's not right. You want this, you all just want this chapter to complete. Then nothing is understood. Right? Okay. Text 21. Oh Vidura, in the Satya millennium, mankind properly and completely maintained the principles of religion, but in other millenniums, religiosity gradually decreased by one part of irreligion was proportionally admitted. What does it mean? So, Satya Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Treta Yuga, Kali Yuga. So, what are the 4 legs of religion? Prabhu, Hare Krishna. No. So permission, I'll just continue. You have to come and wake me and all these people, because we are reading a chapter which is really lot of time. Prabhuji went into trance. Just now he came out. The greatness of Bhagavatam, this chapter is really transcendentally trans.
Mathematics that's for kids.
Yeah.
You put all that number and then calculate.
Kids will never come to this place. Yeah. So there are 4 legs of dharma: Sauchyam, Satyam, Tapasya, Daya. Right? Daya means what? Mercy, merciness, merciful. Tapasya means austerity. And Sauchyam means cleanliness. And Satya means truthfulness. Right? All these 4 things are becoming alienated, as we say. So here this verse explains that Vidura, as these ages pass by, as these 4 ages, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Kali Yuga, 1/4 of it goes away. So it's not like, Acharya explained, not like in Satya Yuga, Tapasya went away. In Dwapar Yuga, Sauchyam went away. Right? In Dwapar Yuga, no, it's not like that. And what is left in Kali Yuga is only Satyam, that is also, no. 1/4 of everything is going away. And then, Acharya is explaining here. 1/4. Meaning, after Satya Yuga finished, Satya Yuga, everybody was truthful, everybody was austerity. Right? Everybody was clean, and everybody was merciful. In next Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, actually it is Satya, Dwapara, Treta and Kali. Right. But it changes because of the curse of what is it, Muni? No. Dhruva are curses, but not every time. Don't guess like that. Don't know. What is that? Who is that lady who got relief from the curse when Lord Rama touched her feet? Who cursed Gautam? Yeah. So that's linked to that, why the Yuga cycle changes. When Krishna comes, Treta goes up and Dwapar comes down. Yeah. So anyway, so now coming back to 1/4 of the characteristics were going down. So all our characters are 3/4 down already. 5,000 years ago. Now it must have gone increased also, right? Hardly 14% character people are there out of 100, 14 or 15. And as Kali Yuga progresses, people become characterless.
So you mean
Yes.
in Kali Yuga, truth is there, Prabhuji, truthful is there, but you are trying to say that the
Even tapasya is there,
there, but
very less.
very less.
Yes.
Truth is relatively more. In
Huh?
Kali Yuga.
Even truth has gone down so much. Everything is reducing 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. That is how Acharya will explain.
But the other Bhagavatam.
It's not like oh, austerity is gone, cleanliness is gone, mercy is gone, but in Kali Yuga everybody is truthful. Can't be truthful. Even to come here, you would have told so many lies. Isn't it? So there is no truthfulness is going down. Austerity is going down. You can see, get up early in the morning. Oh, what spirituality you understand? You can't get up in the you can't do any austerity. No cleanliness. Everything is going down by 1/4. Text 22. Outside the 3 planetary systems, Swarga, Martya, and Patala, the 4 yugas multiplied by 1,000 comprise one day on the planet of Brahma. A similar period comprises a night of Brahma in which the creator of the universe goes to sleep. And so Brahma also sleeps. And he doesn't sleep like us, 4 or 5 hours in a day. Now he sleeps 12 hours, he sleeps. He takes rest. Right? He is managing all this complicated universe. Right? Very complicated. How many want to become Brahma here? है क्या desire अभी भी? Chapter पढ़ने के बाद?
Just want to know.
Huh?
Just want to know the formula.
You just want to know. That's what Brahma did in the beginning. He became Brahma.
But it is also said everyone were Brahma at some stage.
We all were Brahmas at one time. We did all nonsense we did. That's the reason we are here. Yeah. Now also we're continuing.
Probably the
Text
other
26.
story that is there on the Parikshit Maharaj, where there is a bull and then there is a cow and then the 4 legs, only 1 leg is remaining.
Left.
There actually it talks about that only truthfulness is remaining in the Kali Yuga.
No. 1/4 is remaining. 1/4 is remaining. Not just truthfulness. All 4 of it. 1/4 is
And
remaining.
it says like 3 legs are gone and only 1 leg is there.
So 1 leg is not leg as in 1 pillar.
No.
1/4.
4 of each of
Everything is left.
That is one thing.
That is what we should understand. I mean, see practically, no?
Yeah. No.
We are not at the beginning of Kali Yuga 100% truthful. Not there. So it is also reduced. 23rd. After the end of Brahma's night, the creation of the 3 worlds begins again in the daytime of Brahma, and they continue to exist through the life durations of 14 consecutive Manus, or the fathers of mankind. Now Manus are coming into play. At the end of the life of each Manu, there are shorter dissolutions also. So how many Manus come in a day of Brahma? A day of Brahma is 4.3 billion years. 14 Manus come. That is roughly around 72 Yuga cycles Manus come. Right? Now each and every Manu enjoys a life of a little more than 71 sets of 4 millenniums. Right? 71 point something. Right? Manus come. Text 25. Yeah. After the dissolution of each and every Manu, the next Manu comes in order along with his descendants who rule over the different planets. But the 7 famous sages, the demigods like Indra and their followers, such as the Gandharvas, all appear simultaneously with Manu. Right? Along with Manu, the whole job rotation happens. All the 3.3 crore devatas, their jobs are rotated whenever Manu comes. Once Indra will lose his post, new Indra will come. Right? Huh?
Comes with his team.
Comes with his team. Like whole, so recruitment heavily happens, layoff heavily happens at the end of Manu. Yes, everybody is changed. So you all can apply if you want. Really, you can apply. You can apply if you want to become one of the devatas. You can become. Yeah. So 6 people basically, 6 people change at the end of each Manu cycle. Manu, Manuputras, Devatas, Indra, then Saptarishis and Manmantar Avatar. There is a Manmantar Avatar also. He also changes. For each Manu period, an avatar comes. Text 26. There are total 42 texts. If somebody is waiting, we are at 26. In the creation, during Brahma's day, the 3 planetary systems, Svarga, Martya and Patala, revolve, and the inhabitants, including the lower animals, human beings, demigods and pitas, appear and disappear in terms of their fruitive activities. Has the Prashadam come? Satyajit bro? You can call Srinivas Prabhu. You know Srinivas Prabhu's number?
Yeah.
Srinivas Srihari Prabhu. Huh? They are on the way. Everybody has kept a lot of hopes on them. The inhabitants, including the lower animals, human beings. So, Prabhu, once it comes, please offer it. Put it in plate. And there is offering plate in that cupboard. Maybe you can clean the plate and eat this. Yeah. In the creation during the Brahma's day, the 3 planetary systems, Svarga, Martya and Patala revolve, and the inhabitants, including the lower animals, human beings, demigods and pitas, appear and disappear in terms of their fruitive activities. So we keep appearing and disappearing. Yeah. Text 27. In each and every change of Manu, the Supreme Personality God appears by manifesting his internal potency in different incarnations as Manu and others. Thus he maintains the universe by discovered power. So sometimes he becomes Manu also. Supreme Lord can take a role of Manu also. So the word man comes from Manu. Manishi comes from Manu.
Among the 14, Swayambhu Manu is the incarnation. All 14 things.
I think Swayambhu Manu is the incarnation. Yeah. Sometimes some positions are abruptly vacant. That time Supreme Lord himself takes that post. Sometimes the right candidate is not available. Yeah. They don't place like we in software company. Like throw it in customer side, let the customer suffer and figure out. By the time he figures out, 2 time sheets are done. That will be thrown, the real resource will come. We have fixed your problem. That's not the way they do in Devatas. If the right candidate is not there, Supreme Lord himself will come and sit. Azim Premji will come and sit there, saying that I will do the programming until I find the right programmer. That is the standard in the Devatas. Right? Yeah. Translation. At the end of day, under insignificant portion of the mode of darkness, the powerful manifestation of the universe merges in the darkness of night. By the influence of eternal time, the innumerable living entities remain merged in the dissolution and everything is silent. When all of us go inside Mahavishnu, leaving our bodies, everything becomes silent. The dissolution of the 3 worlds is affected by the incarnation of darkness, Rudra. Prabhupada explains. These 3 represented by the fire of eternal time which blazes over the 3 worlds. Right? So when the dissolution happens, Lord Shiva doesn't come and do this. Among the 11 Rudras, there is a Rudra called Kalagni Rudra. Kalagni Rudra is an expansion of Lord Shiva. He comes and does this Tandava completely. Does the plenary. There is complete dissolution, plenary dissolution. Complete dissolution is different thing. Here, Kalagni Rudra does it.
Generally, the souls which are there in this Brahmanda, they will be rotating in the same Brahmanda, right? Or there is a possibility that one soul can go to other Brahmanda as well?
It is possible. Very much possible. In the same Brahmanda itself, there is so much variety. You don't need to try out. But it is possible. It is possible. There are unlimited Brahmandas. Yeah. Yeah. Text 29. When the night of Brahma ensues, all the 3 worlds are out of sight, and the sun and the moon are without glare, just as the due course of any ordinary night. Right? So the whole universe becomes dark. Even sun and moon cannot shine. None of the planets reach it. Text 30. We're talking about partial dissolution here. The devastation takes place due to the fire emanating from the mouth of Sankarshana, and thus great sages like Bhrigu and other inhabitants of Maharloka transport themselves to Janaloka, being distressed by the warmth of the blazing fire which rages through the 3 worlds below. Like I told, when the partial dissolution happens, Brahma's planet and 3 planets below, they are not dissolved. Till Svargaloka, everything is burnt off. Everything goes down after that into the water. So some of these rishis who are just above the Svargaloka, they are sitting in Maharloka. So much heat comes to Svargaloka, they change the planet for some time. They go up. One more planet, they go up. We can't do that, they can do that. We are stuck here. We can't do all that. So in the same body, the sages like Bhrigu, they even change the planets. It is being explained. Text 31. At the beginning of the devastation, all the sea overflow and hurricane winds blow very violently. Thus the waves of the sea become ferocious, and in no time at all, the 3 worlds are full of water. Everything is devastated. Like a huge wave that you see in English movies, that actually comes. And everything goes down under the water. Purport. I'll read the purport. It is said that the blazing fire from the mouth of Sankarshana rages for 100 years of the demigods, or 36,000 human years. Can you imagine how long it is burnt? 36,000 years. The whole planet is burnt. Nothing is left after that. Practically everything is gone. Right? And burning is very good because again, it replenishes the whole planet. Then another 36,000 years, it rains. 36 years of burning, 36,000 years of raining. Accompanied by violent winds and waves, and the sea and oceans overflow. So practically right now where we are sitting, all this happened. The reactions of 72,000 years are the beginning of the partial devastation of the 3 worlds. People forget that all these devastations of worlds and think themselves happy in the material progress of civilization. This is called Maya. So the flats that we have built, you can give the purport. All these are already gone. So many idiots have made, sorry to use the word, but apt word, have constructed so many skyscraper buildings, right? Constructed so many flats, sold them, real estate business, everything has happened here. Where are all those buildings now? Down. Right? And we have come again. We all have come back again. Congratulations. We'll again build it. And again call, oh, super undi kada. Flat vanta bauntadi kada. Pichoda. Right? Okay, text number 33. Thus the process of exhaustion of the duration of life exists for every one of the living beings, including Lord Brahma. Even Brahma dies. One's life endures for only 100 years in terms of the times in the different planets. So everybody lives for 100 years only. But his 1 year is equal to my a long time, right? Like 1 day of Devata is equal to 1 year for me, right? So Brahma lives for 311 trillion years. Does it mean he will nicely live for so long? No, in his planet is 100 years only. So Brahma also is in anxiety. So the Prabhupada Acharya explained that the Devatas sitting in their planet are looking upwards and saying, yeah, I think we should go to that loka. There we can live for more long. Right? But they are not understanding. Even Brahma is shivering in his own planet. The time is ending. There is no time. Better become serious in spiritual life. There is no time. He is also thinking like that. Now, Prabhupada writes in purport, strong purport. Animals, of course, have no sense of responsibility. Please, everybody here, all educated people here, please hear. Animals, of course, have no sense of responsibility. But even humans who have developed a sense of responsibility while away their valuable time without engaging in devotional service of the Lord. They live merrily, unafraid of impending death. This is the madness of human society. Nobody is scared about death. Jitna din raho, what is it? 4 square king size. Ekdam masti karo. The mad man has no responsibility in life. Similarly, a human being who does not develop a sense of responsibility before he dies is no better than a madman who tries to enjoy material life very happily without concern for the future. It is necessary, please hear this last line. It is necessary that every human being be responsible in preparing himself for the next life. Human being has to prepare for the next life. Even if he has a duration of life like that of Brahma, the greatest of the living creatures within the universe. And Brahma is worried about his next life. Right? What are we? Yeah. Parardham. Parardham means half life of Brahma. So 50 years of Brahma. Now we are going further up. But till now what we discussed? We discussed from minutest of the second to duration of time on per Earth planet. From there we went to Devada's planet. Now Maitreya Muni is taking us further up. Now Brahma's entire day, which is 311 trillion years, is divided to 50 and 50 years. 100 years that he lives. 50 and 50 years. His first 50 years and next 50 years are called as Parardham. Parardham. Right? That is 50 years, first half. So the 100 years of Brahma's time are divided into two parts. The first half and the second half. The first half of the duration of Brahma's life is already over on this planet. And the second half is now current. Right now in the second half. So even he is going through midlife crisis. Right? He has finished his 50 years. Now he has to become more serious in spiritual life. Sorry. Yeah. You all understand it? So what is Brahma's age now? Definitely 50 plus. Yeah. And that is inevitable. Text 35. In the beginning of the first half of Brahma's life, there was a millennium called Brahma Kalpa, wherein the Lord Brahma appeared. The birth of the Vedas was simultaneously with Brahma's day. Brahma Kalpa means what? The birthday of Brahma. When Brahma was born, Krishna created the Vedas and gave it to Brahma. Use it for creation. So Brahma Kalpa means 50 years mein first day of his birth is Brahma Kalpa. How many kalpas are there in 50 years? 365 days, one kalpa. So 365 kalpas into 50. That is how many days he has lived. Right? So first day when he was created is called Brahma Kalpa.
So Prabhuji,
Varaha Kalpa, 1 minute. There is called Varaha Kalpa and Pitra Kalpa. Yeah. So Brahma's months, first day and last day. So this 50 years when he finishes, right? That is also one special muhurta when he finishes 50 years. Right? The last day, the last kalpa is called Pitra Kalpa. The last day is called Pitra Kalpa. Right? So Brahma just finished this Pitra Kalpa. Yeah. Who had a question?
yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So I told like Brahma will be having 100 years like that.
Ah.
So like for humans also we will say like we have 100 years, but the people will die before. So and you told like for the devatas they won't be knowing when they will die.
Yeah.
Like that. So for Brahma also is that the same?
Yeah. So there is no disease. When you cross earthly planet, among the 4 problems, what are the main 4 problems in life? Jara, Vyadhi. So 2 problems are not there for them. 2 problems are only there here. What are the 2 problems that they don't have? Jara and Vyadhi. They don't have old age, they don't have disease. Yeah. So they will live for 100 years. Then 100 years they live. We have created our own mess. What is that? GMO seeds, genetically modified nonsense. Right? Recently I heard that fellow, what is his name? Bill Gates was giving I am creating vaccines and the current seeds is a big problem. We have to create new seeds which will help the planet. We have to create, replenish the hunger. And one stupid Indian reporter is like, wow, what a great favor you are doing. You know, you are serving society. That fellow is killing us by manipulating the seeds. Right? So the original seeds are far gone now. Even now in India, the original seeds are saved. We are lucky that they're saved. Now we have to start getting them. Each one of us have to become a farmer and get back those seeds so that we can live for 100 years at least. We have an opportunity to become a devotee in the 100 years. Yeah, we have to get back those seeds. One lady got a prize, I think Prime Minister's Award or something. She saved like 360 seeds. Ancient times, say she has saved them even till now. Right? So that has to be revived back. The seeds that we're eating right now, they won't give. See, basically what will happen, you'll eat tomato, you'll eat potato, but no nourishment to the body. The nourishment that has to come, that seed is already killed. The latest technology, what they're trying to do is, everything will grow, but it will not produce seeds. Why? Tomorrow you have to go to them only to buy the seeds. There is no other way you can find seeds. You see the papayas, seedless papayas? Yeah? Grapes, seedless, grapes.
There's one very dangerous company called Monsanto.
Monsanto, yeah. There are many companies. Monsanto is one of them.
Big one.
Big one. They control the entire US economy. They can control anybody. Yeah. So-called genetically modified. Unfortunately, I don't know why this happened, but Modi allowed that fellow to come into India also. But anyway, we have to save ourselves. Whatever seeds, whatever Raitu Bazar you're eating is not giving you any health. Unless you grow your own thing. Intelligent people will grow our own thing. Now go outside and see, we are growing here. Right? Slowly we'll get the right seeds and grow here. That is real wealth. That is real wealth. And you can eat something that is bona fide. But Prabhupada says the birth date of Brahma is in the month of March according to Hindu astronomical calculation. This statement is reproduced by Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So when did Brahma took birth? This month, right now, in March. Happy birthday, Lord Brahma. But not every March. It's not like every March. If March comes, like our March and his March is very, very different. Right? Translation 36. The millennium which followed the first Brahma millennium is known as Padmakalpa. Means what? After his 50 years, when he starts the next 50 years, the first day of the 50 years is the Kalpa called Padmakalpa. Because of the millennium, because in that millennium, the universal lotus flower grew out of the navel reservoir of the water of the personality of Godhead. Text 37. O descendant of Bharata, the first millennium in the second half of the life of Brahma is also known as Varaha millennium because the personality of God appeared in that millennium as a hog incarnation. So Varaha comes, he also comes in that first day after 50th year. Right? That incarnation comes. Prabhupada says, the different millenniums known as Brahma, Padma, Varaha, Kalpas appear a little puzzling for a layman. So you already understood me. There are many scholars who think that these Kalpas to be one and the same. According to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura, the Brahma Kalpa in the beginning of the first half appears to be the Padma Kalpa. We can, however, simply abide by the text and understand that the present millennium is in the second half of the duration of the life of Brahma. Right? 38. Yeah, now it's concluding. The duration of 2 parts of Brahma's life, as mentioned, is calculated to be equal to 1 nimisha. Now it's too much. Now we have gone from where? We've gone from microsecond to microsecond. We have been measuring the distance in the form of time. And you come till Brahma, that's already overwhelming, 311 trillion years. And now it is being told here, now Maitreya Muni is saying, the duration of the 2 parts of Brahma's life, which is Brahma's life, 311 trillion years of Brahma, as above mentioned, is calculated as 1 nimisha of the Supreme Personality of God. This does not even mean, I mean, when you say Nimisha of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, some dumb people think that, oh, God's one Nimisha is over. For God, there is nothing like one Nimisha getting over. Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hare Krishna. So, say 3 Haribols to Sandeep Prabhu. Indirectly, you told Haribols to Prasadam also. They have got the Prasadam. Huh? Yeah. So, see, one Nimisha, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So, one Nimisha, sorry? No, I think 500. Yeah, please help me, Prabhu. Yeah, see, one Nimisha is what? You forgot, right?
Less than second. Less than second.
We have a table.
8
Prabhupada knew
by
that.
8 by 3.
Almost half a second. Almost half a second. 8 by 15th of a second is one Nimisha. So half a second of the Supreme Lord is equal to one life of Brahma. Mana paristhithi.
But in the Supreme Lord, there is no time domain.
That's what. But still the time exists.
Time exists unlimited.
See, time in this world deteriorates everything. In this world, time deteriorates. So if the time is passing means it will not deteriorate. But time in that world exists, but it doesn't deteriorate anything. It's only used for the Leelas of Krishna. Krishna gets up at 4:30 in the morning. There is a time in Goloka Vrindavan also. Goloka Vrindavan has time. But the time doesn't make one old. That is only used in the past time.
So that's what it means by not having time domain.
Not having the effect of time domain. Kala Shakti is there, but the Kala doesn't make anybody old or deteriorate anything.
So are there like day and nights also in Golok?
Of course.
Yeah.
There are
I used to
Leelas.
think like when they
Day and
mention-
night is for the Leela of Krishna.
Yeah. I used to think when
Krishna
they
will
mention-
tell Radharani, tomorrow morning I'll meet you. So the ecstasy will increase. And immediately moon will come out. Say, I have come now. Sun will say, okay, I have to go now. But doesn't mean that one day has passed. There is nothing called as passing of a day. It's only used in the Leelas of Krishna. Right? But the perverted reflection is here. With one day, we are one day closer to death. With every passing day, we are one day closer to death. There nothing like that happens. Yeah. Less than a second of personality of Godhead, who is unchanging and unlimited, is the cause of all causes of the universe. So here, in Prabhupada says, he quotes from Brahma Samhita, he says, he just gives a hint of the unlimited time by the standard of the life of Brahma. So, time is unlimited in spiritual world. We'll just look at it. The entire duration of life of Brahma is calculated to be less than a second of Lord's time, and it is explained in Brahma Samhita 5.48 as follows. Yasyaika nivastita kalam atha valambhya jivanti loma vilaja jagadanda natha vishnor mahansa iha yasya kala vishesho govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Translation. I worship Govinda, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the cause of all causes, whose plenary portion is Mahavishnu. All the heads of the innumerable universes, the Brahmas, live only by taking shelter of the time occupied by one of his breaths. Now, who is Krishna? Now, this is even more bewildering. We are talking about Mahavishnu right now. Right? Now, Krishna is the source of all Vishnu. He is in Goloka, where there is no time only. So, actually, at one point, there is no time. Time is there only for fun, only for fun activities. Prabhupada further says, it is clearly stated herein that the Supreme Lord rests in the Yoga Nidra as previously discussed. And because he sleeps, naturally he must breathe also. And Brahma Samhita confirms that within his breathing, innumerable Brahmas take birth and die. So a lot of Mayavada followers who believe in God doesn't have any form, refuse to accept that God can sleep. Because they feel that if I sleep, I am in illusion. So God also will be in illusion. So he cannot sleep. They try to compare everything with themselves. Right? Mayavadis. No, he can sleep. And because he sleeps, he will even take breaths. So what do you mean he taking breaths? We have a fixed number of breaths. When we take birth, we have fixed number of breaths. I'm sorry. I don't know how many breaths you have taken while entering this room. You're already exhausted. You will not get them again. And if you do running exercise every day, you'll definitely die sooner. Because you're exhausting your breath very fast. So no yoga, there is no yoga for running, run yoga. They might have created. Yoga means to reduce breaths. You see that? Pranayama, reduce breaths. Okay? You can hold on to your breath for long. So if you want to live long, perform the right yoga. If you want to die early, go for a marathon, 5-kilometer marathon. Die soon. You're exhausting so many breaths. Yeah, translation. Next, 39. Eternal time is certainly the controller of different dimensions. From that of the atom to the super divisions of the duration of Brahma's life. But nevertheless, it is controlled by the Supreme. Time can control only those who are body conscious. Fundamental point. Even up to the Satyaloka or the other higher planets of the universe. Next, 40. The phenomenal material world is expanded to a diameter of 4 billion miles. Material world is how much? 4 billion miles. As a combination of 8 material elements transformed into 16 further categories within and without. Right? So, elements, even the earth, water, ether, fire, air, they also have a measurement. And false ego has its measurement. Right? So each body pore of is one parama mantra. What is it? Paramanuvat. As I told you, big universe. The big universe is how big is the size of one universe?
4 billion.
One bodily pore of Mahavishnu. From there it comes. Is anybody feeling humble?
Yes.
Still not feeling humble? Okay, go to the next verse. The layers of elements covering the universes are each 10 times thicker than the one before. All the universes clustered together appears like atoms in a huge combination. Oh my God. It's like all the universes that I spoke about appear like atom. Atom you can't see. So practically you don't exist. It's that small we are. Right? Now I'll tell you, I've written here, I've underlined this and I've written become humble by reading this. Please everybody attentive. Prabhupada says, the coverings of the universe are constituted of the elements of the earth, water, fire, air and ether, and each is 10 times thicker than the other, one before. The first covering of the universe is earth. It is 10 times thicker than the universe itself. If the universe is 4 billion miles in size, then the size of the earthly covering around the universe is 4 billion times 10. So there is this whole universe. Now see how we are the jail. We are in jail right now. We can't see the jail. Now universe is how big? 4 billion miles, right? Now outside that earth covering is there. There is so anda. अंदर उसके ऊपर जो covering है ना, एक shell. That shell thickness is 10 times the thickness of the diameter of the universe. So the diameter is 4 billion miles. So 4 billion into 10, 40 billion miles is the earth itself. So you can't come out, right? You can't come out. You can't even think of going out of this place. Right? So if the universe is 4 billion miles in size, then the size of the earth covering of the universe is 4 billion times. Then the covering of water is 10 times greater than the earthly covering. Right? 10 times earth, water. And then the covering of fire is 10 times greater than the water, and the covering of air is 10 times greater than the fire, and the covering of ether is 10 times, then there's space, and so on. The universe within, the covering of the matter appears to be like an atom in comparison to the coverings, and the number of universes is unknown, even to those who can estimate the coverings of the universe. Are you humble? Right? Just imagine you're taking a big rock, right? And you're breaking the taka. You've gone inside the rock, covering. And finally, you see a small, infinitesimal grain. That is universe. It's almost like
And in that universe, there is this Earth planet and where Chevella.
in Chevella, and I'm sitting here and thinking, I think I'll decide if Krishna is God or not. Go, put in the I think the scripture I'll not believe. Somebody chasing you saying, Babu, Nammu, Krishna Bhakti Gra. That's why that's called mercy. Just now understand the mercy of God. Even though we are in such an insignificant position, he comes from Goloka, which is beyond the Mahavishnu, into this covering and finally comes into that atomic universe. In that he comes to Earth planet, in that he comes to Mayapur and dances and says, Bhakti Janra Murkulara, Todar Vacheni, now the ticket is open. And still I am thinking, Prabhu, never have Prabhu chanting medicine. 16 on too much. I think next year I'll start 16 on. And imagine, last verse, enough of humbling. Now, I've underlined this, super humbling I've written. I don't know, something is there inside. When I was reading this, I didn't know what to describe this paragraph as. Last translation. Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, is therefore, this is the super humbling, right? So the Supreme Personality of Godhead is who? Not Mahavishnu. Krishna. Sri Krishna is therefore said to be the original cause of all causes. Thus the supreme spiritual abode of Vishnu is eternal without a doubt, and it is also the abode of Mahavishnu, the origin of all manifestations. Now Prabhupada is translating purport. Please hear last purport. Lord Mahavishnu, who is residing in Yoga Nidra on the causal ocean and creating innumerable universes by his breathing process, Mahavishnu is creating all this, only temporarily appears in the Mahatattva for the temporary manifestation of the material worlds. He is a plenary portion of Lord Sri Krishna. He is a plenary portion of Lord Sri Krishna, and thus, although he is not different from Lord Krishna, his formal appearance in the material world as an incarnation is temporary. The original form of the Supreme Personality of God is actually the Swarupa or the real form, and is eternally residing in Vaikuntha world, Vishnu Loka. The form Mahatmana is used to indicate Mahavishnu, and his real manifestation is Lord Krishna, who is Parama, as confirmed in Brahma Samhita. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. The Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna is Parama, the original Personality of Godhead known as Govinda. His form is eternal, full of bliss and knowledge, and he is the original cause of all causes. Srila Prabhupada ki presents the Bhaktivedanta purpose, the 3rd canto, 11th chapter, the Srimad Bhagavatam entitled The Calculation of Time from the Atom. Prabhu, let me take a break 1 minute. I'm not in a state to take questions right now. Super humbling. మన బతికేంటి ప్రభు కొంచెం డౌట్ అడగండి, ఆలోచించకండి. Everybody close your eyes for a few minutes. Just think what you are. For few seconds, really few seconds, just think what are. అసలు ఇక్కడ పడున్నాం మనం, ఏంది మన పరిస్థితి? క్లాస్ తెలుగు ఉంటే బాగుండదు అసలు. ఇంకా ఇక్కడ పడున్నాం మనం ఎవరు? అందరూ ఒకసారి కళ్ళు మూసుకోండి. తెరవలేదు. ఆ కృష్ణుడు ఏంటి? ఆ కృష్ణుడు లోపలి నుంచి వచ్చి ఆ మహావిష్ణువులు ఏంటి? కళ్ళు మూసుకోండి, అర్థం కాదు, నన్ను చూడకండి. కృష్ణుడు ఏంటి? కృష్ణుడు లోపలి నుంచి వచ్చే మహావిష్ణువులు ఏంటి? ఆ మహావిష్ణు శరీర పొరల లోపటి నుంచి యూనివర్స్ రావడం ఏంటి? ఆ యూనివర్స్ మొత్తం బద్దలు కొడితే దాని లోపల చిన్న పోర్షన్ లో ఆ యూనివర్స్ ఏంటి? ఆ యూనివర్స్ లోపల ఆ బ్రహ్మ పుట్టి చచ్చిపోవటం ఏంది, అది 311 ట్రిలియన్ ఇయర్స్ ఏంది, ఆ తయారు చేసిన లోకాల్లో ఒకటి 14 ఒక రోజు 4.3 బిలియన్ ఇయర్స్ ఏంది, మళ్ళీ రాత్రి 4.3 బిలియన్ ఇయర్స్. దీంట్లో 14 లోకాలు, దాంట్లో అన్ని లోకాలు మునుగుతాయి ప్రతిసారి. మన అర్త్ ప్లానెట్ పక్కా మునుగుతుంది. ఆ అర్త్ ప్లానెట్ ఎన్నో లక్షల సార్లు మునిగిన అర్త్ ప్లానెట్ మీద మన రాష్ట్రం ఏంది, తెలంగాణ ఏంది, ఆ కేసీఆర్ ఏంది, ఆడ పొగరేంది, మనం ఇక్కడ కూర్చొని మన పొగరేంది. అసలు కళ్ళు తెరవండి, ఇప్పటికైనా కళ్ళు తెలుసుకోండి. మనం ఎంత ఈ ప్రపంచంలో మనం ఎంత. And that stupid guru was telling, I am more intelligent than God. So, he is openly telling, I am more intelligent than God. Because he did not read what he said.
He said, I won't read anything.
I don't read any scripture. All these gurus on this, YouTube gurus, so-called big institutions, they don't read a single scripture. They are not trained in anything. And they declare themselves as Bhagavan. You ultimately declare, I am Shiva, right? I am Paramashiva. He's on Kailasa planet, but from
They went to UN, no? they were representing UN.
Yeah. Just imagine what is UN in this whole equation. UN. Anyway, so as I told in the beginning of the chapter, this whole explanation of the time and the atoms of time is only to understand the greatness of Krishna. Entire Bhagavatam is to glorify Krishna. Not a single word of Bhagavatam is written with a different agenda. There are many other Puranas which are written in different agendas. But Bhagavatam agenda is simple, to glorify Krishna. So even this chapter, a discussion between Vidura and Maitreya Muni of time, by the measurement of atom, is to glorify Krishna. You should understand that. By hearing all this, you should really become humble. Some days you should not ask questions. Just think, na question and na batke. Question yourself, where am I? What am I? Now you can ask a question.
Yes,
I am not threatened you, right? Tell me what is it?
No.
So anybody has any question about even Pogar na development? Name great. Name tofu. నాకు చెవుల దగ్గర 50 ఎకరాలు ఉన్నాయండి. చెవులు ఎక్కడున్నా అసలు అనువుల కనబడుతుందా బ్రహ్మ? చెవులు కనబడుతుందా బ్రహ్మ? So as much as Krishna is so great, but his real greatness is so accessible also. That is the greatness of God, right? So for a materialistic person, this is bewildering. Either he'll not believe or he'll faint. But a devotee will worship. As soon as you see that Radha Vrindavan Chandra is very much accessible to all of us. If you sincerely sit down and chant his names, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. He's accessible. Such an inconceivable. This is the most inconceivable thing. That he is still accessible, even though he is so far, so great, so unlimited. He is still accessible to every single person. What to speak of a human being? Even an elephant made its prayers. He ran coming. He came running to save it, Gajendra. Right? Even to us, animal, he came. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was playing with his friends on the bank of Ganga. He was playing when he was small kid. He was playing, and a small puppy dog came there. Puppy dog. Mahaprabhu looked at that puppy dog. And Nimai, his name is Nimai Pandit, he was not Mahaprabhu then. He picked up that puppy dog and he started playing with that. And he became very dear to that puppy dog. Mahaprabhu was 6 years old or 7 years old, I don't know the age. So then the playing got over, the friends told, now we have to go home, Nimai. So what will you do with this dog? And Nimai told, no, I will take care of this dog. So he took the dog to his house. And his mother and his friends told his mother, Sachi Mata, that your son is playing with dog, he's going to bring it home. And Sachi says, no, keeping dogs in the house is not a Vedic culture. And that too, Brahmanas keeping is absolutely wrong. We cannot keep dogs in the house. But he is so sweet, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so sweet, he's bringing a dog. And he's bringing it home, he wants to play with the dog. And Sachi Mata says, okay, do a thing, Nimai. You can play with it, but outside, but just keep it there. First go take bath. You have not eaten since morning, go take bath. So it was not plan of Sachi Devi, but the dog runs away. By the time he takes bath, it comes out, the dog runs away. And then Mahaprabhu is like, where is my dog? Where is my dog? Nimai is searching for the dog everywhere. And Mummy, I believed in you. You take care of my puppy. Where is my puppy? It's gone, it's gone, it's gone. Like that. And later on they find out. They search, but they don't find that. By the time the puppy dog goes into the roads in Navadvipa, somewhere, it goes into assembly of people where they're all there. And they look at the dog, and the dog is lifting its hands and chanting Hare Krishna. Dog. I don't know how a dog can do that. Dog is chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh! Somehow it did it. And as soon as it did it, it died. It chanted the mantra and it died. And as soon as it died, the entire Navadvip were looking, and exactly like the way the chariot from Vaikunta came for Tukaram Maharaj, a chariot in the front of the rise came with Vishnu Dutas, and then people could see, it seems. And they took the dog in the chariot to Vaikunta planets. And nobody knew what happened to the dog, why it happened to the dog. There was a big discussion in entire Navadvip that something came from the sky, I don't know what it was. It had vibrant people on it. Definitely it came from the Devatanas. It has taken this dog, our dog, this puppy was it's taken. But only few people knew where the dog came from, where it came from Nimai's house. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so merciful that he even delivered a dog for being cute. And he delivered even a dog. We are all trying to chant. Will he not deliver us? He'll certainly, offering over, no? Okay. So he'll certainly deliver all of us. There's no doubt he'll deliver all of us. Provided we just continue chanting. Don't give up chanting. Don't you ever give up chanting. And if you're not chanting, please start chanting. Because there is some hope. And you're not chanting some mantra that somebody has created. It's a mantra in the Vedas. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. What will happen to you in this world is immaterial. You'll learn, you'll burn, you'll die. Nobody will remember your name. That's the truth, right? But if you chant Krishna's names, we'll definitely go back to him. And he will come and take us. Right? He is promising that. And he has already come to take us as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We all missed the boat then also. Now at least let us wake up and take up and make chanting very important and start chanting minimum 16 hours. It takes, how long did it take in the morning, Prabhu? 2 hours, close to 2 hours, 1.5 to 2 hours. You get up in the morning and do, your rounds are over. Now the whole day is there. I can read something more. I'm eager to read the next chapter. The creation of 4 Kumaras. The creation of Kumara, the next chapter. Who is doing the chapter? Akijan Prabhu? Okay. Yeah. Tell him, otherwise he'll ask who are Kumaras. He needs time to prepare. Okay, so today's schedule, without any more delay, Prasadam. And after Prasadam, we will feed cows with bananas. We have got decent number of bananas. Don't go and feed bananas on your own. Be in a group along with us. Only when the workers are there, sometimes the cows can get a little agitated. Right? So they get agitated, then you don't need a drive back to Gachibowli. Directly like Gachibowli. Half will go and fall there. It happened with me once. I went into trance. It kicked me like that. I used to 10 seconds, I didn't even know it was existing or not. So don't do that. Not any, all the cows are very nice and friendly. One or two of them recognize who we are. So they will give the necessary treatment. Remaining all look at us like Krishna devotees. One or two of them exactly. Lilanandas, I know this fellow. Your dress pen kyara mere samne. So you should be careful. Sunidhi is one of them. Vishaka is one of them. And sometimes Lalita. So very merciful cows. Directly to Goloka. So yeah, so we will spend time with the cows and some Ishta Goshti. If you have not done your rounds, please finish your rounds. What is the time now? 10:15. Perfect. So far going perfectly. Yeah. So 10:15. We will reassemble at 11:30. Now after the breakfast, let's reassemble at 12 o'clock. Right? So we will discuss. We'll discuss some Gaur Leela, or we'll discuss some glories of Mother Cow. Or at 12 o'clock, I wanted all of you to spend some time in the field removing the creepers. Whoever properly removes the creepers will get palak. Okay? So I'll show you we'll do some field work. Are you all open to that? Let's do some field work. And then also take some nice fresh palak. This palak you can literally fall on the ground and you can eat like anything without any problem. You'll not get any cancer. You'll not go to hospital. Right? Palak you eat outside, it has all the problems. This palak is completely grown on cow dung and cow urine, and you can literally pluck and eat, no problem, no chemical in it. Right? So I want all of you to take as many vegetables. I don't think we have grown this time. I think after 2 months, when Maestro is going to send an invite again, we'll have like 100 kgs of everything here. Brinjals, bottle gourds, potlakayalu, dosakayalu. So then you can take more and more. Now all the creepers are going up. So focus on the green leaf vegetables today. Please take them and offer them to Krishna in your house and have them as prasadam. Right? And so 12 o'clock, as I said, the schedule, we'll meet again for a class. We'll do some kirtan. Balgovind Prabhu is here, will take advantage of his presence. And then around 3 or 2 prasadam. After that again prasadam around 2 o'clock. Yeah, 4 hours time from now, 2 o'clock. You'll be hungry. So we'll have the prasadam. Prasadam is already come. Lunch is already here. So we'll have at 2 o'clock. Then 2 to 3 lunch. Then after 3 o'clock, we'll have some Ishta Goshti. Yoga Nidra. Yeah, whoever wants to do Yoga Nidra can feel free anywhere. Under the tree is very famous. You can nicely sleep. There are some pillows there. You can pick it up, or you can just lie down. There are some swings behind. Please use them. Swing in them. Some of them are about to break. They've been kept here for more than 2 years now. So they're a little loose. They don't break. They're taking my weight, so I'm sure everybody can sit. So be a little careful while you sit, but nicely swing. There's the greatest opulence here, swinging under a tree. Right? Nice air, cool breeze. So we all will have milk in the before you leave around 4 o'clock. How many here like to have fresh cow milk? 1 glass of milk. Some people are lactose intolerant. It's okay. You do past life sins. You can't help. But that's okay. You all can drink milk. We'll boil milk, and your mother will make and give. అందరు 4 పాలు ఇవ్వము. ఎంతమంది అడుగుతున్నారు నాకు తెలిసి ఇంకోసారి చేయలేకపోండి. ఓకే 10 మంది అనుకో. 10 మంది అంటే 2 లీటర్ సరిపోతాయా? 2-3 లీటర్స్ తీసుకో, ఇక్కడ ఉంటాయి. Or 4 o'clock fresh milk, right? Directly. And then Yeah, fresh milk can take. Fresh milk from the cow, 4 o'clock. And then we all can go back to our apartments.
Material.
Huh?
Materialist.
Yes. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Hare Krishna. Please appreciate. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Veda Vyas ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanand.
They will serve.